Are these Edifier speakers the best computer speakers you can buy? Oh yeah, and a heck of a lot more. Dave Taylor here, and I want to talk about speakers again. I know I'm always talking about speakers. I'm always looking at speakers, but these are some crazy cool speakers. They're heavy, they're big beasts. They're 18 pounds each. But speakers, sound, it's all about the sound. So let's start with some sound, all right? So I'm playing this off my computer through the AUX jack, because one of the things this company Edifier says about these, the Edifier S1000DBs, is that they're really good computer speakers. They're a bit big as computer speakers go, but honestly, if you listen to lots of music or if you're a gamer, there's a lot to love about these. But like I said, let's start with some music. Okay, that's not as loud as they get by a long shot. So I have a remote control here. So a little crazy in the music department, but what makes these really interesting is that not only do they work with computers, but they have a ton of different inputs. So they work with optical, so you can use it with your TV or 4K, whatever. Coaxial, you got a direct to PC RCA connector. You have the AUX, which is what I'm using, and you have Bluetooth 4.0 with aptX. So let's switch to Bluetooth on the handy remote. And now off my phone, which I previously paired. There's a lot to really like about the sound on these speakers. You can hear there's full and lush, and there's a nice crispness to the sound. Let me turn it down a little bit so you can hear me. I really like these speakers. They're just really well built. There's a real solid feel to them. And as you can see, they have a 1-inch tweeter and a 5.5-inch aluminum base driver. The tweeter is actually titanium. A lot of speakers, the tweeter is plastic, but titanium, theoretically, gives you crisper sound. You know what? Let's skip the music entirely. So 18 pounds each, like I said, Bluetooth, aptX, all these great features. And let me show you the back of this guy, because this is where you're going to be like, holy cow, this has its own built-in amp. And in fact, it does. How many times do you have a speaker that not only has all these different inputs, but actually has its own volume and bass and treble adjustments, so you can get it just the way you want. If you want that bass to be bothering the person on the other side of the wall, you can set that up. So pretty cool. Remote control, the cable, I want to point out, actually, let me unplug this. The cable that they use to connect the speakers is pretty interesting. Here's a close-up, and you can see I've never really seen a cable like this. I'm used to speakers that connect with what they call speaker wire. Go figure. So it's just a twisted pair. Sometimes you'll see it with RCA jacks on both ends, but this is sending a lot more data. There are 5 pins in here. So that's 5, not 2 different things coming along. So I assume it's because there's the amp involved, but whatever the deal, it's really nice sounding. I really like it. And the remote control, here it is, had to find it. The remote control's nice and simple, and I'm pretty sure it's plastic, but it has a nice feel to it. It's a little bit heavy, but honestly, a little bit heavy means that it's like 6 ounces instead of 2 ounces, so take that with a grain of salt. And as you can see, there's power, there's next and previous channel, there's a quick mute button, volume up, volume down, and then there's access to all the different inputs. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't auto sense, so if everything else is quiet and you start feeding information or music to it out of maybe your computer channel or out of Bluetooth or something, it doesn't auto switch to that. But honestly, one tap on the remote and you're good to go, so not a big deal. Now, speaking of not a big deal, can I ask you to click the subscribe button? Thank you. Now, let me come back and talk about this, because I want to talk about the sound, because it's a big, loud, rich sound. I really like these. In fact, I like these so much that I'm not sending them back. I haven't told the company that yet. Usually I have to send stuff back. But these are keepers. These are really, really nice. Now, bit big to have next to your little monitor if you want to have it, and your laptop in the middle might be a little overwhelming, but these will fill up a room. These are going to be great for parties. They're going to be great for just taking whatever music you listen to now, even off your phone. If you're used to something like one of these little portable Bluetooth speakers, upgrade to something nicer in your house or your office. And these are just really sweet. Now, the only other question left is, how much do they cost? And it turns out less than you think. So originally they were $399 at Amazon. But when I just checked, they dropped $50 off the price. So $349.99 at Amazon.com. These are the Edifier S1000DB Multimedia speakers, and I gotta give them a thumbs up. These are some really nice speakers. So I'm back to the music, and I'll catch you in my next video.